Good morning. I don't even know how it can be May the 1st, but I was taking pictures and I thought that I would just tape this, do a video of what the garden is like on May the 1st. So it's going to be heavy on everything in the garden. It might be a little long, but there's a table full of succulents waiting to be put in pots. We emptied out the greenhouse, and so the cart has new wheels on it because they had gone flat. And this year we are planting, there's peas, and then back here there's peas and okra, and the straw bales are being conditioned for tomatoes. And that's where the sun is on May the 1st. I'm going to walk you down through the thatcher buttons. See, I've been so busy getting everything planted and trying to take breaks in between to make sure that I don't overdo it, which I'm a little bit prone to do. So I haven't used my time wisely of sitting and enjoying the thatcher buttons like I wanted to this year. But anyway, they're beautiful, and I do see them out my kitchen window anytime I'm there. They're really starting to go to seed now, which is a good thing. So that means that we'll have them again next year. So a quick overview over there of the pond. Need to do some trimming. The ginkgo tree is beautiful this year. And there's my little spot where all the action is. Let's look this way as I walk down. Here's iris, roses. The chase tree is there. I had cut it back last year, and I'm going to let it grow a little bit bigger this year because the red bud seems to be declining. It's like, oh my, but there is a baby red bud right there. And after 20 years, you'd think there'd be a lot of red buds that have come up in the yard, but it's not. So I'll let that one grow. Here is, see, the thatcher buttons have been cut down here, and they're laying. Brian will mow them and mulch them. Is today Thursday? Yes. He usually mows on Thursday. Anyway, I had the first daylily bloom yesterday. This rose is waning. I need to take a cutting off of that and see if I can't root another one. It's surprising to me how old some of these roses are, because I think they're just a few years old, and then I see in my Facebook memories it'll be 10 years old, and it's like, wow. So okay, here are the dahlias. Most of them have come up. I don't think I've lost but maybe one or two. I'm for some reason I had a few red 2 or 3 years ago that were beautiful, and I don't have any red anymore. I've got some burgundy and lots of like coral colored, but hardly any. I don't think I've got a true red anymore. And the oranges, which are not true orange, but the pumpkin type color, I don't have many of those, so I need to work on that, but this year I did not. I've got full beds, and I didn't want to overdo it because, well, this past year has been a little challenging. Anyway, this whole bed, I think every single one, these are the dahlias that I bought from Melissa Smith at Fralick Farms, and this is the second year they've been in this bed, and every single one overwintered. So I'm pretty happy about that. And here's the beans. I've had to replant that bare spot, so they were replanted day before yesterday. The cucumbers are coming along, the basil, the potatoes back there. The fig trees, they look like they're pouting. They might need to be watered. We've gotten hot pretty quick, so I need to take care of that. This is I've got peppers there that I bought from Rusty and Elizabeth at 3 Chord Farm. They're really good looking peppers. So, and there's the daylilies back there. I think this is the second year for those, and they look really good this year. I guess it takes them a year or two to recover when they're moved. And here is the Byzantine glads. I finally have them in several places in the yard, which makes me happy. They're such an old heirloom flower, and probably every gardener had them. And then there were none in this yard, but now there are. So there's Teeny up there watching over everything. The garden's coming alive. There's still a lot to do, but there's a lot I've done. And when the daylilies start budding, it's pretty exciting to me. I go back and forth with them thinking, well, they only bloom one day, and do I really want to do it? And yes, I do. I have hundreds of daylilies. Lots of them have been hybridized by my mama and me, and I just wish my grandmother was still here that I could talk to her about it. So here's Cecil Bruner, and it's looking good this year. I think it's 2 years in this spot, and I had rooted it off of the parent plant, and the parent plant got smothered by this old nasty weedy morning glory thing that just smothered it before I could even really think about it. So I've made a rose bed back here. I've put some roses back there because it's been wasted space for several years. So I love this part of the garden where the paths, you can see the paths. And here's what it's looking like here. I'm going to need to go up there and get Lily. I hear her barking because she was limping last night a little bit. This morning she's fine, but she kind of tends to overdo it. Anyway, here's a close-up view of the nasturtiums and peppers. So back this way, and before you know it, there will be daylily blooms all along here. So I hope you are enjoying this beautiful weather that we're having. This is Mona at Winterpast.